The title says, Karim, so the spa shooter had a bad day.
Right.
So we're trying to figure out, and I showed the receipts. Even though America has named white supremacist groups the #1 domestic terrorism threat, right? Terroristic threat to America. You understand what I'm saying? Since 2019, we still keep going around the corner to ignore it when it happens. We ignore the insurrection, right? We ignored other things before the insurrection. Here's another example of us ignoring, they're saying he had a bad day.
Who's ignoring it?
The government, because when the government called,
well, why do they ignore it?
Well, I know they didn't ignore the Black Panthers. When they called the Black Panthers the #1 terroristic group, they took them down. They infiltrated them.
Maybe they're ignoring it because they're sending these people. You keep thinking this shit is coincidence and happenstance? That is the same profile? That's the same individuals that's allowed to walk and damn near freely into the arms of justice after committing mass murders? Y'all think that this is coincidence time and time and again? Do you see these people in prison? Do any of the brothers send out kites that say, yo, that dude is in here? Do you see any of them in prison? Do you hear about any of them in prison? Do you even know if they locked up for this shit? You think that this shit is just happening? The same exact profile, the same image, the same look in the eyes.
Where's Kyle Rittenhouse? They don't know what Kyle Rittenhouse. We don't know what Kyle Rittenhouse is.
Right, because somewhere getting reprogrammed to do it again.
Yo.
So let me ask you a question, young man. Can I say young man, sir?
You can say young man, but I'm an OG. I'm an elder. I'm probably older than you.
I don't think so, man. We might be rocking.
So?
We might be rocking it close together, man.
Okay, so call it how you want to call it.
So this is my thing. We speak on broad conspiracy theories sometimes without any action.
Conspiracy.
Let me finish. Let me finish. But let me finish though. Again, we speak on broad conspiracies without any facts or any documentation to lead us to a certain point of this situation in Georgia was sent by some entity to cause these deaths. But we can say the same thing in New Jersey when 2 black dudes shot up and shot 30 people and 1 person died. Or we can say the same thing back in the early 80s and the 90s when multiple drive-bys happened and somebody come and spray up a whole neighborhood to kill a whole bunch of blacks and they look just like them. We can say the same thing in Chicago. We can say the same thing in Baltimore and New York. But due to the fact that this man was white, it's a conspiracy theory that the government...
I'm not saying it's a conspiracy theory, and I'm not saying that nobody didn't send those to do that in the black community.
So, okay.
So the difference between what goes on in the black community, there are people that can attest when these people get arrested and locked up and they are in the prison system for doing that. There's eyewitnesses to point and finger these people on a regular basis.
So you're saying that when white folks...
Where have you seen this happen when it comes to the other side?
It always there's just as many white folks in there for murder as black folks.
Okay,
no, they're not. They on bail, Marcus. No, they're not, Marcus. They're on bail, Marcus.
Well, wait a minute.
And then they get out, Marcus.
Bremen, bail is a right for every person. So if I have the money to get out on bail, I have that right to prepare for trial.
What happened to the dude that killed the people in South Carolina?
He's sitting in prison right now. The man
what is his sentence?
Have you seen him?
I don't have to see him. You can go look him up. I don't know what his sentence. I didn't follow the trial, Brad, man. Did you follow the trial? What's the sentence?
What
tell me the sentence.
What trial?
We never saw it, Marcus.
You don't see. This is one thing.
No. The man killed 9 people in the church, and we never saw the trial.
Brandman, wait a minute. This is the problem that
most black. Y'all reach way.
Hold on. Wait a minute. This is the problem in the black community. We look at the initial situation, but we don't follow nothing to get to an end report. So if you're not following the trial, you can't sit there and say we don't see him. Well, you don't see him because you didn't follow it to the end. follow it to the end, and then you have your conclusion.
First of all, let's
Don't
be
see that.
specific.
No.
Which person are you talking about in South Carolina?
The one that
I was talking about the one.
back.
I was talking about the one that killed the 9 people in the church. That's the one I was talking about.
He's mixing it up. He's mixing.
Oh, so you got to say it. I'm thinking that the
two cases up.
No, I'm not. No, that's Bread Man. He got to be
more
clear.
I know they can't file Kyle Rittenhouse right now.
Kyle Ritten got bail from Ricky Schroeder. You remember Silver Spoon? Ricky Schroeder bailed him out.
Then he jumped bail because they couldn't find him. He didn't check in.
That is not true.
The man he was supposed to be.
Okay, show us the receipts, as you say, Bread Man.
Oh,
but you always got the receipt. So back to you, young sir.
Hey, y'all go ahead, Karim.
We always look.
Karim got to go in a minute, boy.
Okay. But we always talk about these broad situations, and we always say it's a conspiracy or it's the government that's causing. But we don't talk about.
Listen,
I'm saying this.
Conspiring in secrecy. This ain't no secret no more.
So you saying we're not gonna stop it because the reason that this is not a conspiracy either. That nobody conspired to do this. This man acted alone to go in there and do what he did. That's
you really
on
think
him.
He went that far? You think he went? We're talking about ATL, right? Let's pay attention. Now you talking.
I'm listening.
And now you got a whole responsibility too. Let me get up. You talking to a man from the South. You talking to a man from the South, and you from the South too, Marcus, right? So check this out. Now we talking. A man went into a black neighborhood, an urban neighborhood in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Let off in a spa. Down,
right
down.
We got it. We got it.
Wait a minute. Down like 3 or 4. And only a white man can get 30, 40 miles across town to repeat the same offense.
Oh my goodness, man!
He killed 3 or 4, and then he jumped across town, right?
Oh my goodness!
Went like 30, 40 miles and did it again, and then I think he went across the street and popped 2 more, bro. Like, yo, he was all over the place.
Breadman, you're only acting. Breadman, you're only acting that only white folks are allowed to move around with weapons in their cars. Don't you know black folks have weapons in their car and they carry weapons too as well? Don't you know that?
How many black people?
How many times does that happen for a black man to go from one county to the next doing multiple murders?
Okay, what does it matter? What does it matter? They carry weapons. No, it does. No, but that's one thing. It can be done. It can. So you're acting if that black man. You're acting if a black man has not done that. No, you're acting. That is not even an argument. You're acting if a black man cannot even do that. So what you're saying is that we don't even have permission to go kill somebody if we don't want to.
Permission.
If the crime is committed. If the crime is committed.
Okay, so this is a question. So this is a question to the young gentleman. What does that matter? Because a white man took his gun and shot and killed 8 people. You're saying that black people are not allowed to even leave their homes with their gun.
What are you talking about allowed?
No,
so that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting.
How did he get out?
Wait. Explain yourself, because that's what I'm getting.
We're not talking about allowed.
We're saying how did he get out of a already high penetrated area where police are already surrounded? How did he get out of that area?
He got in his car. He got in his car and he left. That's the dereliction of the police. They failed their job. What y'all saying is that a black man couldn't make it from one stop to the next. A black man. That's what y'all saying. He wouldn't. What would have happened? Tell me what would have happened.
He would.
Tell me what would happen.
They would have quarantined. They would have cut off all major arteries, all highways.
Okay, so hold on, wait a minute. Okay, Brayman. Okay, so tell me how that man was able to shoot a whole family and leave and been hiding at somebody else's house. Because if you're using the same logic, that man that shot his whole family should not even made it out their house or their neighborhood. But he did.
Man?
He got in the man in Indianapolis. See, y'all forget that one. That just happened 2 days before this shooting.
He didn't go across town and kill another family.
No. He left. He left the scene. He did his job. He left the scene.
Where
But
was
what
the
y'all
scene
saying
at? Stop it.
in Indianapolis?
Where was the scene? Was it a residential or commercial neighborhood?
It was a residential neighborhood.
Okay, that's how he was able to move.
No, it makes no difference. He had a car. He left. What y'all saying now? Y'all moving the field goal because one is a residential area and the other is a commercial area. That doesn't even make sense. No, it don't make sense. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. No, it does not. He was able to get in his car. Yes, I am. I hope you understand this. The same level of
No,
I'm just trying to find a word.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. The same level.
You're gonna stumble now, Marcus, because you
No,
can't
I'm not.
talk white.
No. I don't want to see him say the wrong thing. The same level of scrutiny that you give on one, you got to give on the other one. How is it that this black man can kill a 7-year-old child, a 60-something-year-old grandmother, a brothers, and a brother and a cousin? He was able to get out the house, leave,
saying that.
Yes, I'm saying.
The response time is for a commercial, a residential, highways, and different locales is the same.
No, I'm not saying it because they're two different cities. If this man that he's no. If this man that you're showing no, I'm not answering my own question. If this man that y'all showing the picture of is able to map out and he did a scope of the area before he did the crime, then yes, he have his own way. But how is it a man who just walked in the house, had no plan at all, shoots up a whole family, and is able to skirt out onto the other side of town? See, this is the problem that I have.
Now watch this. I'm gonna show y'all something.
A picture the bread man. A picture don't mean anything because the argument that you're making don't make any sense.
What was his name? What was his name? We finna find out his name. What was his name? I'm finna show you something.
What are you talking about, man?
No, y'all go ahead. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all Aaron Long.
I'll be back. Make sure you invite me next time you have this close.
I got you, my G. I appreciate you checking. I love you, my G. I appreciate you. Hold it down.
Oh,
yo, that's Karim. That's Karim, the God, man.
Oh well, you know, I don't know what God he is, but that's one I can't pray to right now. I'm sorry. But
stop, Marcus. Don't do that.
Look.
If I put his name in, his name was Aaron Long. What's his name? Aaron Long. If I put his name in, bro, real talk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's his name? Let's see if we can find his Facebook. What's his name?
I don't know his name, man. I don't know the white man's name.
I'm about to put it in now. Let's put his name in right now because we trying to you trying to say wait till all the evidence come in.
Yeah, wait till come on, man. You're already criticizing the news organizations for submitting false information or inaccurate information, but now you're using the same news source to prove your point.
Well, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how America works. What is false shooter name, right? Right? Why is it so hard to get his name up? You see how they do? Now, we know who he is. There it is. Aaron Long, right? With 2 A's. Now, let me see if I can get his Instagram, his Facebook, anything up.
They probably already took it down by now.
Why? Well, why? Why would they take it down?
You got to ask Facebook and Instagram because they instilled those policies after the last mass shooting in Nevada and all these other places. They don't want to give no notoriety to these long companies.
Okay, see, I didn't know that. Educate me. So you saying this is?
Yeah, these are policies. These are policies from Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. They said that we're not, once somebody do something like that, mass shooting, they take it down. They take them down.
Dang. I wish they wouldn't have did that because it could give us a better understanding exactly what we doing with. Like,
the only people the only people who have access to it is law enforcement. So the only people who need better understanding is law enforcement.
No, it's not for the public. Better understanding.
No.
So we're not confused.
No. Hold on, Brad, man. The only time that you get better understanding is during the court of law, so this man can have a fair trial. So all information can come out, and you can get your understanding there. It's not for the news to say he's right or wrong, guilty or innocent. It's for the court of law, and we need to understand that. So searching for his stuff to prove your point that he's a white supremacist, that's not for your eyes. The law enforcement have it. They got to do their investigation, and once they put out the report, it goes to court. Court will have it, and that's where everybody will hear the information. If you follow the trial, you'll get this information. And unfortunately, trials take years. Now I hope you
Now
have
watch
patience.
this. Watch this, Morgan. Let me ask you something. I just watched a whole thing on Vlad TV, you know, because Vlad trying to prove his innocence about Casanova. Like, I didn't get Casanova caught up. I just watched a whole, like, real life court proceeding about with Casanova locked up on trial, and all they did on trial was refer to his social media. He got locked up off of his social media. They said he was a drug dealer off of his social media. So
He was
why
in
they
trial.
so quick to hide?
But he was in trial though. That's what I'm trying to explain to you, Brad, man. He was in the court of law. That's where you have your fair chance. If I put all your information out to the people, how can I pick a fair jury? How can I pick?
I gotta be. That violates a fair trial.
It violates your due process rights. If I put your information out like that, you're not gonna have due process properly because you're gonna be every jury pool that you pick is gonna be tainted because why? All the information. That's why they pull stuff down so quickly to give you a chance.
Man, it smells of white supremacy, Marks. I don't care what you tell me. It reeks of white supremacy. I'm offended that we don't call it exactly what it is when we see it. Right? When we see black people, a lot of these black people that get caught up in violence, even in gang violence, we call them gang members. They say it's gang violence. Some of these people are innocent ball players. Some people are innocent, but they say, "Oh, you died due to gang violence." So why did eight Asians? So let's take the white man out of the picture. Why did 8 Asian Americans lose their life? What are they gonna say? It was due to what? Due to what? Gun violence? Is that what we're saying? Due to gun violence. We just gonna stop there? You see what I'm saying?
No, I mean, whatever this man said for right now, you have to take him for face value. You may not believe him. He was having a bad day. He said he was having a bad day.
Oh man, yo. Yep. That's crazy.
But you can't subscribe nothing to nobody, man. You got to be fair. You got to be fair. I think Yusuf want to jump on. I think he wants to yell at me for a second.
Let me see if I can get him on. And so when the receipts drop that he's a full-fledged white supremacist, then what?
We can have a conversation. I said, okay, there's the information. Now we can say for sure that he's a white supremacist. For right now, I think we should reserve our judgment until all information comes out.
And so if it does come out that he's a white supremacist, right? And it does, and I've already showed you that they've already been named the #1 domestic terrorism threat since 2019. Hold up, yourself. If it does come out that he's part of a white supremacy group, endorses white supremacy, is white supremacy, all this, do you think that the government should finally rain down on all white supremacist groups across America like they did the Black Panthers? Do you think they should finally shut it all down?
I mean, they're doing it right now. They already named the KKK. They just destroyed the KKK. The KKK is non-existent. I mean, there's over 40 different white supremacy groups that are not doing anything. So I could right now say, as black as I am, I have a white supremacy group. But if I'm not here causing mayhem and destroying property, I'm just a person sitting in my damn basement saying I'm a white supremacist and I have a white supremacy group. You have to act on something.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what was going on with the Black Panthers, and they eviscerated the black. They didn't say that the communists. If you walk around, wait a minute. The black he was a communist. They was on your ass. So
the black
do the same thing to white supremacists.
No, hold on, wait a minute, Brad, man.
Let me chime in here for a minute, if you don't mind.
Wait a minute, let me ask this question. The Black Panthers was a great organization until they got radicalized when those white liberals jumped in there and they started shooting up cops and blowing up police stations. That's what happened to them. If they just would have stayed a neighborhood organization, did for their neighborhood, but once they got radicalized and start killing police officers and government agents, that's when the problems happen. That's when they say we can no longer have it. So it's not about helping your community. It's about the destruction that you place on the community. So, like I said, if the Black Panthers never did what they did, they're probably still here today doing great things for the community as they were doing in Oakland. But once they got radicalized and brought those white liberals in, tore it up, they start blowing everything up, man, shooting up cops.
Go ahead.
Let me just get in here for a minute. Before I begin, I just want to give my empathy. I just want to give my condolence to everyone who lost their lives in this
Facts.
stupid massacre. Before I get to you, Marcus, I just want to indicate that when it comes to the Asian community and what's been going on as far as them claiming people been targeting them, I believe that some of them, not quite all, but some of them uses to their best advantage in terms of uh, some of them just get robbed, but they know if they throw uh, that hate crime in, the person would get a harsher time. So I think
Exactly.
they
Yeah.
are taking advantage of that situation. However, back to just a little few questions to Marcus is I noticed that you when the term fits you, you always indicate let it play out and then we will see. However, on certain situations, you come out and I remember you stating that Price, Jonathan Price, deserved to die prior to you even knowing the situation.
Yeah. Let me
Um,
say. Go
well,
ahead.
I
I'm
no,
sorry. Go
I
ahead.
want to finish. I want to finish.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's one. You always when Jonathan Price had died, help. He's a conservative. He died by trying to help some
Well,
people, and then you stated he deserved to die before the court case even came about. So that's hypocritical about you on that. Number two, the reason why you give out good information when it comes to uh the stock market and this and that, but I think what people have problem with you is that when the narrative is about black people, you all up on it on your page. But when it comes to any other ethnic group, you try to dismiss it. And that's
Mm.
the problem that everyone has with you. They don't have
Mm.
no problem with you giving out information to the black community. They have problem with your double standard.
okay. Can I? Is it you got it? You got a number three, or can I rebut?
Yeah, the number three is I sent you a picture. I remember I sent you a message about the
Hmm.
15-year-old lady, the 15-year-old girl who got shot in the head from stealing out of a Korean store, accusations in which was forced. They found out later, and your first initial comment was she shouldn't steal. So you sit here with this nice mannerism, speaking like you speaking intelligent, but you a very evil ass man in real life. People don't know
Mm.
you a
Oh,
devil. You a
oh,
grifter. You
okay.
a grifter and a
Mm.
devil, and
So
people need to
so
bring the receipts out to you.
okay.
Now
So
you may continue. You may go ahead.
so the first one. Let me
Heavy,
see.
heavy
No,
accusations,
no,
Marcus.
no, it's nonsense. But let's start with Jonathan Price. Was Jonathan Price the first one or the second one? Which one? Because I got confused. What was the first argument, Yusuf?
The first argument was based upon, well, I had made a comment about the agent, how some of it is true, but the media is blowing it
Well,
out of
don't worry
proportion.
about that one. Go to the second one. He said you
The
got double
second one
standards.
is the
Jonathan
second
Price.
one, the Jonathan Price. He
Okay,
was a
so
conservative.
so I don't care where his politics lie. That
Okay,
doesn't.
but
No.
okay,
Let me answer the question. You had your state. You said
no,
your
He
I
said you
state.
a
didn't.
double
You wanted
standard.
to
He
know
said
what
you a
I
double
stated,
standard.
right?
He said you got double standards when it's
I
on the
know
black
about.
community. You
I was
going
talking about the
in.
first one. I talk. So the black community, Jonathan Price. Let's talk about that one.
No, but we're not talking about that. We talking. What I'm talking about is you sitting here telling people let's let it play out and see what's going on. However,
Oh, okay, yeah, So
you didn't
okay,
have no
I got it.
concrete evidence,
I
but you
got it.
said he deserved to
I
die.
got it. I got it. Okay, so let's talk about the black community and why I go in. I go into the black community because it's my community. I'm black. I've been
No,
living in
we
the black
talking
community.
about your hypocritical.
He
No,
said it's a
okay,
double
no.
standard, Marcus.
This is. Can I answer my question
Go
the
ahead,
way
go
I
ahead,
want
go
to
ahead,
answer
go
my
ahead, go ahead,
question?
go ahead.
No, but you can't
No,
answer.
no,
You
no,
have to
no,
Go
no,
answer
ahead,
no,
it the
yourself.
no,
way
no,
people
Yourself.
no,
Go
presented it to
yourself.
you.
Let
no,
him
no.
go yourself.
You don't control my answer. So
Let him go
please
yourself.
continue to lay there. So when I go in on the black community because I'm black, I live in the black community, I have that right. But I don't put any. You're not once you can ever say that this. If somebody killed somebody, I never said this person was wrong and he should deserve to go to jail or whatever. I always keep my same standard. You can be black, white, Asian. I don't care. Allow the information to come out. Like I told my son when
You
And
tap
George,
dancing, Marcus.
no, I'm not. You don't like the answer, so just please
No,
be quiet.
you
No, please,
tap
no,
Let him
dancing.
go, Yusef. Let him go, Yusef.
please be quiet. So, like I tell my son, wait for information to come out. I don't care who causes the crime. I'm always going to say that because why? I work for the courts. I understand the process in the court. I'm not going to subscribe any guilt to anybody unless they had their day in court. Plain point, period. Now, when it comes to Jonathan Price, I stated it earlier. My mother had a lot of euphemism, and once she always say, you deserve to die if you put your dumb ass in a stupid situation. If Jonathan Price, regardless of his politics, I don't care if he's a liberal, independent, conservative, it doesn't matter. When you call the police, you have done your job. Your job is to stand back and take notes. Now, for some odd reason, Jonathan Price felt like he had to beat the police, and he got into a scuffle with the police.
That's not what happened.
No,
No, I have to stop you. No, because that's not what happened. That's not what happened.
Let me finish, and you can tell your side, okay?
No. I need to stop you. The reason why I need to stop you is because that's not what happened.
Thank you.
Up next, Yusef. I got
Thank you. So, whatever happened, the scuffle happened, and he died. My thing is that that's not your place. You put your own life in jeopardy when you become part of something that you don't need to be part of. That's like if I'm seeing you beat up your wife or whoever, your loved one, and I feel like I got to go run in and help him, and I'm like, no, don't do that. That's their issue, and you kill and shoot me. Yeah, I deserve what I get because I had no business over there.
Okay,
Plain and simple.
Right, stop right there. Go ahead, Yusef.
Actually, that's not what happened. In terms of what went down, and you noticed because Mitch had brought it to your attention.
No, tell us what happened. Tell us what happened.
What happened was they called the cops, and the cops automatically went to him because he was a black man, and went to him and thought he was the perpetrator. Thought he was the perpetrator, and that's why he got shot. It wasn't because he was trying to break it up or nothing. He was telling the cops those are the perpernetrators over there, and the cops.
Marcus.
So what you're saying to me and everybody on this feed that when he called the police went right to Jonathan Price and said you're the one and shot and killed him. That's what happened, right?
No,
so
they harassed him. They harassed him, and one thing led to another, and that's how they killed him.
So what was the one thing that led to another? Yusuf, tell us.
Because the police was asking him, "Who are you?" and he said, "I'm the one who called."
Okay, so let's start right there. So once he told him, "I'm the one who's called," why did they shoot him? He told him, "I'm the one that called. I'm not the person." So why did they kill him, Yusuf?
What the reason why they killed him because he got frustrated because they kept harassing him and they didn't go to the perpetrator, and then one thing led to another.
So what happened? No, tell us how, because you know the story. No, it's not, because I'm asking you to explain. So what happened to the perpetrator? Did they get in their car and drive off? Did they ever
I have no idea about what happened to the perpetrator.
You have no idea.
Yeah, because the perpetrator. I know what happened to Jonathan Price.
Okay, cool. Let me ask you a question, Marcus.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me ask you a question, Marcus. Let me ask you a question. Let's just say worst case scenario. Worst case scenario. Mr. Price called the police. They showed up. They did go straight to him, like they do most time with African Americans. They go straight to the most. They go straight to the most. All right.
He knows that. He knows that.
That is not true. But go ahead.
They go to the alpha black male. They go to the most threatening figure they see, right? And so let's say he said exactly what he said. He said, "Yo, I'm the one that called y'all, right?" And let's say it did not stop there. The man say he got frustrated. So let's say that Jonathan Price got frustrated and let his ability to deal with racism, right? Right? He let his ability to deal with racism.
Y'all are hilarious. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Put him in a critical position. Where he ended up losing his life to that. What do you say?
Because I said that's nonsense. So all this stuff that y'all saying is not even factual.
You think he just got frustrated for no reason?
I don't know why the man got frustrated. I know that an altercation occurred and the man lost his life. When you call the police, you identify yourself. Because I don't call them. And that's why I'm gonna stand by that. So Here we go. The man deserved to die.
And that's
Yep, he
why you're
deserved to die.
not respected in the black community because of those accusations that you
Yusuf,
say.
Yusuf, I do
You're
believe
not. You're not respected in the black community. Nowhere.
I do believe that you don't speak for the whole black community,
Well,
but
I know.
I know
You're not. You're not respected in the black community. Trust me.
other than yourself and that pillowcase that you laying on, have you talked to
Yeah.
anybody
Okay.
else about me? Have
Yeah.
you did a
You're not
survey?
respected.
No. Have you did a survey in the black community to say, do y'all respect Marcus Hemingway? Have you did a survey?
First of all, you don't go to the black community.
Who do you go to then? Tell us, please. Tell us, because I'm curious.
Who I go to?
Yeah, who do you go to?
You need to Google me. First of all, I am well respected in the black community.
So the black community, the black community in your block or all across the United States. If I go to my community in South Carolina and I ask them, do y'all know or do nothing Yusuf and show a picture, will they recognize you, Yusuf?
You trying to flip this and turn this into a joke.
It is a joke.
Nobody's joking with you right now. We being serious. I'm being serious with you. I'm not joking with you, Marcus.
I can't be serious with somebody who.
You know why? Because you a clown. You a coon and you a clown.
I think the person who's showing his clown nose is you, because you're saying that you represent and you speak for the whole black community. And I'm telling you, where did you go, Yusuf? Oh, okay. You speak for the whole black community and you don't. There's nobody out here that knows you other than probably your neighbor and maybe the man at the grocery store where you buy your beer from. Who knows? I don't know.
I know you don't know. You don't know. You just using accusations. You don't know.
You don't know. You're right. You don't know. Who do you know? How many places have you traveled anywhere? Because every time you get on live, you're in the same spot. Are we going to stick
to the topics, or are you going to tap dance?
I'm a joke for a second. Every time I get on live,
I'm not a joke. I'm not interested in joking with you. I'm not interested in joking with you.
I am. So every time you get on live,
I'm taking this serious. Stop tap dancing.
And the funky
dancing,
place, and you say these crazy things.
Let's talk about why you're not respected in the black community because of the way you are, Marcus.
Who says that? Who says that?
Everybody says that.
Okay, give me one name. Give me one name of a person that's I'm not respecting in the black community.
You're not respected.
Can I Google this?
Your rhetoric.
Can I
because
Google
when it
this?
comes to black issues, you never on top of it.
Can I Google this? Can I Google? I just want to know if I can Google. Can anybody Google Marcus Hemingway and respect it in the black community? Because I don't have a computer right now. Please, somebody, because this is the best in the world. Because I want to know.
What I'm saying to you is, Marcus, is that you're not respected on the behalf of. Whenever a black issue happens, you all up on it. Whenever another ethnicity groups, you're never on it. You're never on it. I haven't heard you say anything about it. How come you didn't do a piece on the white guy who killed the
wait. I gotta answer the last question though. He said about the little girl that got shot in the head for stealing. Don't steal. Don't give the appearance that you steal anything. That's what I was taught a long time ago, and it have kept me alive.
Man, you hear that?
It kept me alive until right now. Don't give the appearance. So she stole something.
I'm trying to moderate. We got
don't steal. Don't give the appearance that you're stealing. Go ahead.
We got Lord Jamal on the check-in. We got Lord Jamal on the check-in. What's the damn deal?
Well, you got Killer, man. How you guys doing? How you fellas doing?
What's up, Killer? How you doing? I'm just fucking with you. Look like Lord Jamal right there. What's up?
Listen, man, I gotta Marcus, I gotta touch base with you, brother. Okay, this shit's been going on. Excuse my language, fellas. This has been going on for centuries. A certain race likes to abuse another race. Okay. No, wait, Marcus, hold on. I know you find it funny. I don't.
It's quite hilarious, but go ahead. I'm sorry. I got to give
15-year-old girl who got shot by the Karim. That's hilarious, right?
Don't steal. That's the message. Don't steal. But go ahead.
So Emmett Till, who happened, I believe he whistled at the lady or something like that, gets beat down and killed like that, and the dudes go to court and trial, as you say, and all of a sudden nothing happens. They walk right out the court like it was another day.
So let me address that. I'm gonna finish. That was real social. I mean, that's real racism. That's real social injustice. That's real white supremacy. That's real white privilege right there. What you saw
makes
in
that different between what happens in 2000
because that was in the 40s before all these rights came, before all these marches came. So yes, that's real, and that was apparent, and it was sad, and it shouldn't have happened.
Mm-hmm.
But here we are in 2021, and we have more rights than a little bit.
We don't have no rights, brother. We don't have no rights. What makes you think we got rights? Our rights are being violated left and right.
Which right is being violated left, right?
In the black community, get out of here.
Which right is being violated? Please tell me one.
Marcus, the jails. Have you been to a prison lately? Because I have.
Yes, I used to send people to prison for violating their probation and parole. So I've been to plenty of them.
So you need to visit your father too, huh? Who murdered someone in South Carolina too, huh?
Let me ask you, Marcus. You know when slavery ended, then see, you just dug yourself into a hole.
What?
Marcus, you know, watch this. I know you've seen 13 on Netflix, right? If you haven't seen it, go watch it. So I'm gonna ask you.
I've seen it.
You know when slavery ended, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these laws got adopted in order to keep slavery going. Meaning, let's just find anything up to lock these niggas up and get them back on the plantation, get them back working right for the system. What I'm saying is, don't you think that at least 50% of that system still exists?
No.
Oh, Marcus.
So let me explain this. I hate when people say this whole thing about the 13th Amendment. Those slave codes that we so-called white folks got caught up in them too as well. When they was out there vagaring and just hanging around in Atlanta, they locked up white folks too as well. And they put white folks on the goddamn sharecropping farm when they got locked up. So was it more blacks proportionally locked up? Yes, but we have to be honest about sometimes. We got to be honest. And I think a lot of you three don't want to be honest when it comes to certain things about history.
No, Marcus, I'm not saying that, brother. You got to twist it. I'm saying that black people are being targeted left and right every day.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
Hold on, brother. Marcus, hold on a minute. If you notice, when the Trump supporters, like Bernie said, ran up in the White House, started storming, throwing shit.
They ran in the White House or the Capitol building. Let's be correct.
Okay. Let me correct myself. And they were destroying stuff. You didn't see one black person doing that.
Yeah, there was black people in there. Hell,
come on, Marcus.
I even if you go back on my live, if I was off on that Wednesday, I probably wouldn't have a job today because my black ass probably ran up in there.
There were one or two Marcus in there.
No, it was multiple Marcuses in there. Also, so don't get it twisted. See,
because he actually never condemned it.
No, I will not condemn it, and I'm not going to condemn it. I'm sorry, I won't condemn it. I'm sorry that the officer lost his life because the frustration of the people on the right and conservatives like me, it was justified because we're angry. We feel like the election was stolen.
That's justification.
Yes, because if you won't condemn, hold on, let me finish. If you will not condemn them burning down the police station and killing so many officers over the last summer and hurting so many officers, why should I condemn what happened in the Capitol building? There was
what's so crazy about that?
No, hush. No,
I'm talking. Had that been some Black Lives Matter, you would have condemned it.
No, it doesn't matter. It was a whole summer of violence.
You heard what I said?
No, I heard what you said, but I'm saying this. It was a whole summer.
If it was some Black Lives Matter, you would have condemned it. It
was a whole summer of violence that nobody on the left condemned. Police officers were hurt. Some lost their lives. Business, billions of dollars. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. What happened?
One is fighting for social justice, and the other one is fighting for thinking that people are taking over their democracy. Two different things.
So, Yusuf, what you're saying that it's all right to burn down somebody's building?
I didn't say that. I'm against that.
That's what you're saying. Yes,
I'm totally against that.
Then why you didn't speak out against it? Why you didn't say nothing about it?
I did spoke out against it.
No, you didn't.
You don't know me. You don't know me.
And you don't know me either. So,
but I heard you. You just said it. You just said you don't condemn.
I'm sorry. You go ahead and lay in that spot that you lay in, and I hope you watch your speech.
Man. Whatever.
Young sir, go ahead. I'm
sorry. You already said that. Had that been some Black Lives Matter, you would have condemned it right the next day on your page.
All right, sir. Go ahead, please,
I
sir.
bet my life on that.
Marcus, you gotta. We're living in some pretty rough times right now. I'm gonna tell you, racism has not ended because it still continues and it still exists to these days. Police target colored people. It's a known fact. It's all over YouTube. It's all over the internet.
Oh
The
goodness.
problem is, Marcus, you think that by following the law and being a good body citizen is going to get you somewhere. You absolutely wrong, brother.
Well,
You
look.
absolutely wrong.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, it has worked so far for me right now. I haven't
For
been to
you,
prison. That's right. So if I can show you, hold on. Wait a minute. You're making my argument. If I can show you that if you follow the law, being black, you'll be just fine.
but brother,
Right?
what happens when the tables are turned? What
What
happens?
table? What table?
What happens when you're driving down the street with you, your wife, and your kids, and you get pulled over by a cop, and the cop gets nervous because he's a rookie or whatever the case is, he opens fires on your car. Then what? You still defending people?
You know, I don't
That
got stopped.
happens every day. It happens every day.
I don't got stopped many occasions by the
Listen,
police. And
listen, brother.
no, because I got to dispel this because when y'all
Okay.
paint these pictures, y'all make it so narrow. You throwing it that he's a rookie cop. What does that have to do with anything or how
Wait,
you treat somebody? No.
Okay.
No. How does that have anything to
Okay,
treat
let me
something?
ask you a question.
Hold on,
Let me ask you a question.
no, Brad, man. Let me finish.
Right.
Because I'm tired of this. Y'all throwing these narratives that is not always true and accurate. If somebody comes to my car who's an officer, I don't care if it's your first day on the job or your 190th day on the job. I'm gonna treat you with the same level of respect. So you want to go home and I want to go home.
Can I say
That's just
something
plain
to
and
you?
So
simple.
let me ask you a
Go ahead.
question,
Marcus, can I say
Marcus. Let me
something to
ask
you?
you a question, Marcus. How big are you? You at least 6 feet, right? At
Yes.
least. Okay, you at least 200 pounds, right?
Yes.
At least. Okay. So have you ever in your lifetime, while you were that size, ran into a cop in your car, on the street, wherever, where he was just a dick? And on top of that, this dick was smaller than you.
Jesus.
Yeah, see, you shaking your head.
No, because y'all making these, y'all make,
Because so you don't
because
have
y'all
no
making these,
control over that situation, Marcus.
y'all making these crazy
That's
situations.
not
I think
crazy.
we
Yes,
off
it is.
That's
topic
what
of
I've been
asking
trying
the
to
No,
time
silly question.
again.
that is crazy. Okay, look.
So you think it's crazy? So you think it's crazy? Listen. So you think it's
Yes,
crazy? So
yes,
you think it's crazy
yes.
for me to call out that white police officers are pulling over black men time and time again and digging themselves into a fucking bag and hole that they don't know how to fucking
Oh
deal with,
Lord
and then they want
Jesus
to
H
scream, "I
Christ.
was afraid for my life," when you pulled
Oh
the
man.
man over and escalated the
Uh,
situation from the jump
I
because
think
you
you
wanted
asking
to
the
be a
wrong
dick.
guy. You asking that wrong guy, man. He's not
yeah,
that
yeah,
type
yeah.
of guy to
You
hear.
might want to ask Yusuf. He'll agree with you because I'm not gonna agree with you that nonsense. That's
You
just
ain't gonna
nonsense,
agree.
man.
You don't
Marcus,
have
Because
to agree with me. What are you gonna
I,
do when a smaller white man who's a cop pulls you over and is
uh-huh.
insistent on being a dick to you
Let him
in
be,
front of
and
your
you
family?
and you let him be a dick, and then you go down to the police station and you file a complaint against that
Okay.
dick. I
Okay.
what
have
if,
done that on many occasions. So my thing is right here. So no, hold on, wait a minute. Because somebody having a bad day, you supposed to be just as aggressive as the other person?
Yes,
No,
because you
no,
just
no,
heard
no, no,
you
no,
just
no,
heard
no,
somebody
no,
who
no,
said they
no,
had a
no, no,
bad
no.
day. They just killed 8
Listen,
people,
listen,
bro.
listen, listen to what I'm trying to say. You have to learn how to be the bigger person and the smartest person in the room at the time. The thing is that your job is that you have a boss. The same way you go to a restaurant and you get shitty ass service, you ask for the manager. The same way is with a police officer. If you know that somebody's gonna give you some shitty ass service, get your ticket, shut your damn mouth, regardless of what color you are. Take your ass down to the police station, file a report against that officer, and follow through. See, the problem is
Well,
that black
well,
folks don't do that.
I'm gonna leave on this note. We all need to know this. Every kin is not your kin.
Oh Lord
Um,
Jesus, man, get off, man. Just get
every
off,
kin
man.
is not
Just
your
get,
kin. And and,
go and wash your
and
sheets,
this
man.
man
Go
and
and
this
wash your
man
sheets, man.
and
Go and
this
wash your
man is a
sheets, man.
grown ass man, and he
Go
ain't
and
gonna
wash your
change
sheets.
his ways.
Go and
Hold on,
wash your sheets,
why you
man.
cut me off?
Because
I let you speak.
you don't make
All
sense.
right, so
You don't
regardless, not
you
to you,
don't
to
make
me I
sense.
do.
No,
Shut up then. Shut up then.
you don't make sense. But go ahead, man.
Yo,
Go
bread
ahead.
man, you gonna allow this to
I'm
happen?
listening. I'm
Yeah.
cracking up. I'm
All right,
listening, bro. Go
but
ahead.
you gotta stop him like you stopped me.
Oh man. Go ahead,
Go ahead. You
dog.
got it. You got it.
My point being, every kin is not your kin. We
Oh.
see what we working with, So we have to maneuver around clowns like that. So
Okay.
what we need to do is stand in solidarity as brothers and disregard these coons because he too old
Oh,
to
good.
change his ways and action.
Oh
He
goodness.
proved who he is by indicating that he don't condemn anything that any ethnicity does besides blacks. So we
Oh
know who
goodness.
he are. He has no respect in the community, and he's a laughing coon. And I'm gonna leave it on that note.
All right, man. We love you, man. Hold it down and be safe, man.
Oh goodness. This dude. That's it. He's a.
Yo, boy, be going in. That's what I'm talking about.
No, he believes that he speaks for the whole black community. So nobody, if anybody has Googled my name, let me know if I'm not respecting the black community. Because according to Yusuf, who's the leader of the black community, 12.8% of all blacks in America, he speaks for them.
I'm finna let Coonslayer on for like 10 minutes.
Oh Jesus H Christ, this dude.
On for 10 minutes.
Oh,
I got
God.
10 more minutes in me. I got 10 more minutes. Let's go.
All I'm saying, Marcus, to you is, brother, you got to wake up. We live in the real world. I understand you care about the community and
just let y'all know right now about witnessing that man that just talked right there. He justified the white guys being crazy, killing cops, which he say he respects cops. Then he turned around and talked about when the cops died for the black people, that was wrong.
Who are you
This
talking
is
about,
a
man?
joke.
Who are you talking about?
You are a
Who you-
joke as a
What
man.
are you talking about? What are you
You
talking
have
about?
no balls.
Wait, no,
You
what
a
are you talking
joke.
about? What are
You
you
a
talking about?
clown.
What are you
You a
talking about?
pathetic individual,
You
man.
just cut my man off, so let the man finish his statement.
No, Paul, I just had to say that when I heard that dumbass coon talk that you talk.
You're being disrespectful to
I
the other
apologize,
gentleman.
my brother. I
Thank
apologize,
you.
but when
Talk
I'm
to
glad
brother.
you apologize. Mr. Coon,
the coons just
Mr.
coon
Coon,
my stomach when they
Mr.
talk,
Coon,
and
Mr.
that
Coon,
is a coon to the
Miss- Miss-
50th
Hold
power.
up,
Mr. Coon.
Coonslayer. Go ahead, killer. Go ahead, killer.
All I'm saying is
Uh-huh.
with white supremacy,
Good night.
the racism, and everything else. These laws are made to protect these people. Don't you notice they only do 3 or 4 years in jail and they get right out, especially cops and all these white people. Now, if it's a black person,
Who? Name one person who only got 3 years. Name somebody, because you
I,
can't make. You can't. Hold
no,
on, wait a minute. You can't.
Marcus,
You know, no.
I'm not going to debate that, but their cops have done less time.
No, but you can't say that. You can't say that because you're
Wait,
not
wait,
telling the truth. You're not being honest. If you're going to
Marcus,
say wait a minute. If you're going to make a statement of that magnitude, you got to give us something to
okay,
research. You
all
just
right,
can't
okay,
say that
okay.
somebody got out in 3
They,
years.
they
Tell
say,
us who.
they say the proof is in the pudding, right?
Okay,
So
where's
when,
the pudding?
okay, so when George Floyd, when the guy had stepped, hold on, brother Marcus, you got to
I ain't
give
say
me a break.
I ain't say nothing. I ain't say nothing. Go ahead.
I'm not being disrespectful to you. Just give me a chance, real quick, so the brother can speak his mind. So when George Floyd died, after the cop had his knee on his neck, right? Why did they, after the rioting and everything else, why did they send all those cops to his house to protect him? Why? Why did
Because
they do that?
so my thing is you don't think that man don't deserve any protection from a mob killing him?
Not from the whole
So
police
what
force,
about George
Marcus.
Floyd?
Not from
Huh?
100 motherfuckers.
So okay, so let's use that argument. I like that. So if you kill somebody, you don't expect protection from the police officer. He's just gonna let the mob come to your house and kill you?
Marcus, you just
No,
said,
answer the question. No, answer the question. So I really want to know because I gave you the question. I gave you the answer. Did he deserve protection? So you're saying I'm posing the question back to you now. If you kill somebody and you was out on bail and you at your house, you don't want police protection because you know they're gonna come and ride up and kill you?
Dog,
Marcus,
you describing like the
No, I'm
everyday
asking the
life of a
question.
black man in
Okay,
the hood.
no, but answer the question,
You
please. No,
describing the life of every other criminal, but you saying that police are victims when they
Just
commit a
answer the
crime.
question. Just answer the question.
I'm answering. Okay,
If you
watch
kill
this.
somebody,
Watch this.
if you kill somebody and you're let out on bail, and you're at your home and you see 1,000 people who wants to rush up in your house, you're not gonna call the police. You're gonna let them come and get
What
you and
I'm
kill you?
saying, Marcus, is
No,
that's the
it's not
life
what you
of
said.
the rest of America. Only police
It's
get
not.
afforded that same protection.
No, it's not. It's not.
What?
There's so many.
You know how many
No.
black men, you know how many niggas got killed on bail
See,
because of
y'all.
saying
See,
such
this
and
is the
such?
funny. This is funny, right? This is funny, right?
No,
Because yes, it
you
is
have to
funny.
deal
Yeah,
with your
no,
own life.
no,
That's your
no,
own
no,
problem.
no, no,
You pay your
no,
bail. Yes, we're not
Brandman.
responsible for your protection.
So you're sitting telling me right now, Brett, man, if you kill somebody and you got out on bail and you at home and all these people are down the street want to run up in your house, you don't think you're not going? You don't deserve protection from the police?
They are not going to put 100 police out in front of my house to protect me.
But now I'm asking
I'm left
you,
to my own reconnaissance, my own.
Let me ask you a question.
I gotta deal
Bread
with
man, you're not answering the question. You don't believe that you should have some level of police protection if you call them? If you call the police,
if I called them, they were there.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
They knew what was going to happen, so why not be proactive?
It don't matter. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. This is hilarious. Go ahead.
I can't call them and say, yo, I know this is gonna happen, so bring 100 police and just sit outside my house till I pay my bill. I can't do that.
Y'all hilarious. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Marcus, I'm gonna leave on this note, brother.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I see that you choose to not accept that there are a lot of brothers dead because of police officers.
That is not true. 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 We no, because I'm not going to let y'all tell these. No, I'm not going to let y'all tell these mistruths. More black people kill more black people yes, it does. No, it's true. So how y'all going to sit here and say that it's police officers that's killing all of us when every year about 4,000 blacks kill other 4,000 blacks? Police officers may shoot a tenth of that, and most of those are justified.
How many whites kill whites?
Just about the same, about 2,000-3,000 kill each other.
So
what does that matter?
So why the hell are you talking? Why are you bringing up a stat if it's the same?
No, because y'all want to.
No, it's not.
That's two different things.
Why are you bringing up a stat if it's the same? You brought up a stat and it's the same.
When you,
so it don't make a difference.
Cool man, when you bring in elementary education, it just makes the whole conversation goes down. This man has a third grade education, and now he wants to make this argument. I'm sorry, cool man, but I'm sorry.
And I'm more successful than you.
So I'm sorry.
What does it matter?
Back to you, sir. Make your argument again. I do apologize. I'm a hush.
I'm just saying you don't acknowledge that people have died in the hands of white people in power. You just don't acknowledge that. You don't accept it for some reason. And listen, I'm not knocking that. You're entitled to your opinion, but a fact is a fact, brother. They're taking everybody over.
Okay, so the fact is that is not true. You got to look at the FBI crime stats, and you'll see them yourself. More blacks kill whites than whites kill blacks. Police officers. That is true. That is true. Go look at the FBI crime stats, and go. If you don't believe me, go look at the local stats too as well, because the FBI crime stats broke it down by states too as well. So it's all the information is there. But also. It's funny.
Wait a minute, Marcus. Now you told Supreme now.
No, you didn't hear what I said. They broke it down by states.
Okay.
So the states are actually reporting that. I will apologize to Supreme once I look at it, but I don't know those stats about blacks assaulting whites assaulting Asians. I don't know that stat.
Okay.
I know the one about murder. So go look it up. They break it down by state, and it's funny. How we see that?
Shut up, whites doing anything. He don't know any stats about whites doing anything.
Breadman, why
he knows are negative black stats. That's what he keeps in hand.
Why do we bring third grade educated people on your platform, Breadman? We got to do better. Okay.
At the Black People's Podcast.
Oh, okay.
Appreciate that, Breadman.
So my thing is this, right?
Okay. So
I'm just trying to answer this young man's question.
Yeah, go ahead,
I acknowledge murder when murder happens. I acknowledge when they done had their day in court and justice is served. But what I will not do is sit there and say that somebody is wrong until they have their day in court. Even Derek Chauvin, I'm not saying this man is wrong until the court say he's wrong. Plain and simple. That's it.
Okay, so you go by the court, right?
You go around the horn again. I'm gonna just end it with this. I refuse to accept that this man had a bad day. I feel like as a black man, it's a slap in the face to the entire black race here in America when a white man goes on a killing spree and kills 8 Asian Americans in a clear, racist, motivated crime, and everybody wants to chalk it up to he had a bad day. As a black man, that is a slap in the face to me. I'm offended and I'm disgusted. Now I'll go around the horn. I'm gonna go to Killer first. Killer, you got a minute. Go ahead.
Okay, I just want to, before I leave on this note, Ruben Hurricane Carter, the boxer, was convicted of a wrongfully accused crime and was sentenced by the the head chief, which happened to be a white man, to prison. He was found guilty not once, not twice, but a couple of times. Ruben Hurricane Carter, the boxer,
I remember
the
him.
one made. If we can't learn from that point of view of racism, then we're completely lost as mankind. I'm telling you, people are
Yep.
being incarcerated, and that's the court system. That's supposedly the court system. Excuse me, Marcus. Basically telling them, "Oh, we got proof that you killed it." They got these two white guys on the stand. They told Hurricane Carter, and they had no proof of that. And he was found innocent after 30-something years. I
Happens
leave
all
it
the
at
time. Killer, we appreciate you, man. Go subscribe to
thank you,
Breadman
bro.
TV, my YouTube channel, man. I'm
Oh,
gonna be
got you.
going live here in the next week or two. I'm trying to get my shit right, but go subscribe to Breadman TV when you get a chance on YouTube.
I got you. Thank you, Bradman, for putting me on. Thank you, brother.
I appreciate you. All right, who want the last? Who want to get the last word? Marcus or Coon? Coon
I'll
Smith.
take it after Marcus. You go ahead, Marcus.
Go ahead,
Oh,
Marcus.
thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I think that we use overarching terms to describe a situation until we get all the information. We can't start painting people certain things until all information is out and information is correct. When we do that, we do a disservice to our communities as well as the people who was hurting those communities, because all it does is inflame tempers, and next you know somebody's getting hurt and businesses are getting torn down. I think that we should wait to use our rhetoric until we have more information. And that's just my last word.
All right, man. We appreciate you, Marcus. You want to stay? I'm gonna let you stay up. If I let you stay on, Marcus, y'all gonna start going back and forth, man.
No, you go and take. I go and take myself down. I go ahead. I shoot myself in the head. You know what I'm saying?
OG, love you, man. You stay safe and be take care, okay? Hold it down.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let you know right now, Bread Man, that man sat up here and said he justified and understood why they beat the crap out of the cops and killed the cops because of a fake election that they lost. He said he understood and he wasn't going to condemn it at all. Do you know how outrageous that sounds compared to David Dorn? Oh, he didn't understand that because the people were upset because of George Floyd case. Two separate incidents. One was off a lie, the other was off truth. But he was upset at the one that was about the lie and not the one that was about the truth. I don't condone anybody getting killed either. But I'm not going to sit up here and say, oh, I understand why they killed the cop. That is the most... I wonder what is wrong with that guy. Who raised him to think that kind of way? He also said...
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Brad.
No, go ahead.
He also said Jonathan Price deserved to get what he got. So this guy broke up a fight, and the cop was completely and utterly wrong, and the cop shot him. And he still was on the cop side, even though the cop was completely wrong. Marcus is the worst example of what's going on with black people. You got people like him that will condemn the most craziest white stuff, but then let a black man have something and he's all over it. Oh my God, he's all over it. He is covering it. He's talking about it. He is just a horrible guy, man. I could never, ever hang out with anybody that talks this kind of craziness like he does.
Cool, family go hard. Let me ask you a question, Cool Steph. Why do you think that people are even entertaining that it's real that this man just had a bad day? Where does this type of talk come from? Like, how is this even a real thing?
There's always somebody having a bad day when they're white, man. They always, like the lady, you remember what they said about, you just do Trayvon Martin.
All right.
Trayvon Martin was killed. They didn't say he was a kid. They act like he was a grown man. He was a child. All right. That white guy that shot the people that shouldn't have been there with an assault rifle. He was underage. His mama took him across state lines, underage, with a gun that he shouldn't even had. And they said, oh, he was just a boy. He was a kid. That's how they put it out there. When white people do crazy sadistic things when they're young, they kind of they baby you and say they were just misunderstood. They do it all the time.
Okay.
This ain't something that rarely happens. It's all the time.
Well, there you go, man. There you go, man. I ain't gonna stay up all night. I appreciate you chiming in,
Man, I
man.
thought you were gonna be rolling tonight, man. What's going on, man? You got to be rolling. You know,
Man,
bread, man.
I'm working on some big things out here, right? And I'm trying to get the machine back right. But really, it's my signal, man. I'm trying to get my main platform right, man. My YouTube. I'm disappointed about that, so I can't live
Oh,
stream or
okay.
nothing like I want to. But
I heard you the other night, man, and you were
yeah,
arguing with the Apple.
yeah.
Uh,
You saw that? Yeah, so I'm trying to do what I can do, you know what I'm saying, while I'm down as far as that. That's why I be trying to do my IG live and stuff, man. So I'm still
yeah, man.
working.
Hurry up and get that thing together, man. We need bread, man, out here. We got to hear you, man.
I got you.
It's
I got you,
amazing
man.
being on the platform with you, man.
I appreciate you, man. And I appreciate your support, man. I'll begin with you, man. I'll be reaching out behind the scenes. I appreciate you.
All right, bro.
Hold it down.
All right.
That's what I do, man. That's what I do. It's light work, man. It's light work, man. I ain't gonna do no all-nighter tonight, man. I'm gonna see what else going on Instagram. I'm finna sit down somewhere. You feel me? I just wanted to check in. I might do a live on, boy, I can't, like I said, I'm gonna try to figure out this YouTube live shit, man. But subscribe to my YouTube channel, Breadman TV. That's where you'll catch the real Black People's Podcast. Until then, y'all hold it down. Love y'all.